Hi guys, I'm back, and today I'm going to be painting on a small wooden circle instead of a canvas. I painted them black. I gessoed over them first and then painted black just to make sure there was a nice coating over this wood because it soaks up a lot of paint. So it's about a 1/4 inch thick, so it should not warp. And the colors I'm going to be using today are the Artist Loft Green Yellow, Phthalo Green, Sap Green, and then the Apple Barrel Jet Black. And for these colors over here, we've got the Artist Loft Violet, the Apple Barrel Wild Iris, and then the Artist Loft Brilliant Magenta. I really wanted the darker pink, but I seem to be out of it. So what we're going to attempt today is sort of an attempt on an Aurora Borealis sort of pour. It's going to be in 3 stages. First we're going to do the colors and then the black at the top, and then for the stars I've got this holographic glitter. I don't normally put glitter in any of my paintings because I don't know, I'm not a big glitter person, but I thought this would look cool for the stars. So we're going to do just the glitter in the black at the top, and then we're going to do 2 different, colors for the Aurora Borealis. And then I'm going to come back after that's all dry, and I'm going to paint some those real thin little pine trees that you see up like in Canada and Alaska, with some liquid Silverleaf, hopefully. And then I'm going to pour resin over the whole thing. So this is going to be like 3 stages, but you guys will see it all in one video, hopefully. If I can get my camera to cooperate. Okay, well, let's get on with it. So we've got, I think we're going to pour the black across the top first because that's where I'm going to put the glitter. I really don't think I want the glitter in the colors. So I'm afraid if I pour the colors first and then the black over the top, I'm afraid that the glitter's going to get down in the colors. Although, I don't know, maybe it would be cool. I do not have silicone in my black. This is just black. It's just floetrol, a little bit of water, and black paint. Duh. Ooh, it's really thick. It must have thickened up as it sat here. I did not want it to be this thick. But that's okay. It'll dry. It'll be fine. It's actually better because I really don't want it moving too much across the, the board here. Just trying to get the edges. Make sure I get to the edges real good. Want kind of a nice line, a nice even line. Oops. Alright, doesn't have to be perfect, obviously. It's super thick though. I'm a little worried that's not going to dry flat, but we'll see. Maybe if we just pour a little bit this way and then pour a little bit off, maybe it'll kind of flatten out. There we go. That's almost there. Almost there. Okay. That's better. Alright, so now let's do let's do the pink. I did put silicone, 1 little drop of silicone in these colors. And I know 1 drop of I'm using the 100% silicone today. Because I'm really hoping for lots of cells. I'm going try and layer this a lot so that it'll have a good chance for all the paints to kind of mix together. And I don't want the pink to be too overwhelming on the board. I just want kind of like a thinner strip of pink, and then like most of the bottom will be the green. I might even give it a little stir. Sorry I'm being quiet, but you know, it's not real exciting here. I'm just sort of layering all these colors. This would make for a pretty a pretty marble rose. We need to do another marble rose. In the coming week or two, we'll do another marble rose. Maybe we'll do a big one. Lots of colors. I'm sure this is way too much paint. It's like I said, I really don't want much of this through here. I want the big chunk of it to be just the green. Let's give it a little stir. And here we go. Really not quite enough pink in there for me. I think the colors kind of mixed a little bit too much. But oh well. Okay, let's see if we can pour some of that off. It really was too much. The purple really did sort of take over everything though. I'm not really seeing much for cells, that's for sure. Oh well. Okay, let's do the green. The green feels kind of, well no, I was going to say it feels kind of thick, but it's not. Since we're not, I think this one I'll do a flip cup and just spread it around, maybe. That really is boring. Really boring. Really not happy about that one. That should be plenty. Let's see if we torch that, if anything interesting will come up. Well, it helped a little bit, but not much. And I forgot to put my glitter down, so I'll have to do that. Oh. Well, that turned out more like what I was looking for. I should have just done green in the first place and just done the green. I feel like I need to scrape that off because it's really just really bothering me. So that's what I'm going to do. If I can find something small enough. Oh, there we go. This will work. You're probably yelling at me. I know. I'm sorry, but this is just really irking me. There we go. All right, that's better. Okay, so now what? I don't know. Let's pour some more black on there. See if we got enough left here. Just let that green kind of just sit there. Now we have successfully gotten rid of the pink. Get the green to move down to the bottom there, and then we'll kind of stretch it back up towards the top. I hope I've got enough. I need a round catcher. Let's see. Here we go. I think that's should be okay. Oh, this is agonizing. It's moving so slow. But it's actually kind of a good thing because it's not destroying the cells too bad. Of course, this isn't exactly Aurora Borealis look to it now. Now we need to bring it back this way so we can, before we lose all that green, bring it back this way to cover the rest of that. Come on, come on, come on. It does not want to go over that edge. There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, now that I'm looking at it, I kind of like this better upside down. Come on, baby. Oh, good night. Come on. Okay, there we go. Well, I like it so far. It's kind of cool. Kind of sad I lost one with pink, but it just was not working. No, don't go so far down into that. I don't know what to do about that. Urgh. I need to get that to come over a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Just trying to get that green to come down and meet the black. There it goes. Oh, don't drop it. Okay, now my cells are just all going cattywampus. All right. Okay. No, 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 no. Kind of looks like mountains or like trees way in the background, but needs to go off of this side here. Wow, my cells are completely destroyed. They don't look like cells anymore. It just looks like wishy-washy painting. Okay. There we go. Come off that side. Now the cells are completely destroyed. Okay. Let's see if we can maybe get a little bit of... Well, you know, I was going to put that glitter in the black, but I can't do that now because the black is now more like... Let's see what it looks like upside down. I don't know. Well, I like it better like this. All right. Okay, we're just gonna let this one dry. We'll blast the air bubbles out of it. We're getting more cell action, don't think so. Okay. Well, it's kind of pretty, but not what I had in mind. I kind of like what this is doing right here. We may have to do a second one. I really don't know what to do about this one. This one is just not quite right. I see a spot where the black did not touch the green. There we go. Okay. Alright, so stay tuned for part 2 of Aurora Borealis. Sort of. Okay, as you can see, I have another blank canvas board because I want to try my idea again before I move on. The green and black is still sitting over there. It's drying, but I still want to give. I want to try the purple and pinky. I think I'll do flip cups for both of them. So I think, and this time I'll try and remember to put my glitter into the black. Okay. So let's see. What do I need to... I think I want to do that pink in a smaller... Looking for my little bitty flip cup, because that one is just way too big. But this one's not quite tall enough, I don't think. So we'll use this one. Okay. We'll use this for the pink. And then we'll use just another regular one. That one for the green. Alright, so we'll put my black down first. And I'm going to remember to add the glitter. Okay, that should be plenty of black. Make sure it goes all the way around. There we go. Okay, that's over the black. So now we're going to try the pink. Oh, I can set that one down, yes. Alright, we're going to go for a little more pink this time, I think. Kind of lost the pink in the last. This wild iris really took over, so I don't think I'm going to do much wild iris in this one. Mostly that, whatever that violet is. Whoops. That I do not want. Just a hint more wild iris. It is now pouring down rain outside, so if my lights flicker, hopefully my power won't go out. I like that violet. It's really pretty. I'm going to try and like flip it over and kind of drag it across. Do a hint more wild iris there. Just going to need something for contrast. And we'll do another little hint of pink. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that there and I'm going to go ahead and do the green. Hopefully I won't knock that over in the meantime. But you guys know, you know me, I tend to knock over just about everything. We're going to use all that lime green and all of this phthalo green. Because the sap green kind of took over, just kind of like the wild iris does. So hopefully I've got enough of this lime green to really show up. Alright, so the rest of that lime green in there. Or, it's not lime green, sorry, it's green yellow. And the rest of this phthalo green, which is one of my all-time favorites. I love it, it's so beautiful. Give me all of it. Okay, and then let's hint more sap green. Get all these colors out of the way. I'll dump my glitter real quick before I forget again. Let's move that out of the way. Oh, I do not want... My ceiling fan is on. I forgot. I don't want that little... There we go. Okay, that's better. Alright, we're going to leave that like that, okay? Okay. Let's go ahead and I'm going to do this. Then we'll do that. There we go. Hopefully we can sort of pull these up at the same time, one right after the other anyway, and drag them around, and hopefully that'll work a little better this time, maybe. Maybe. Alright. Fingers crossed. Look at the cup. It's so pretty. Alright, well that worked better this time. I'm still not a huge fan of that bright pink, but see if we can get it to go up to the black. There we go. Let's get everything to go off this side first. Then I'm going to get another corner catcher. Okay. Let's turn it around. Actually, I really want to pour a lot of that off, so we're going to do that. There we go. Okay. Bring it down and around. Back. I really don't like that bright pink or that bright purple. I hope that holographic glitter does not get like kind of melted into the black, because it's really pretty. I mean, it's really catching the light. Alright, well this is kind of cool so far. It's more along the lines of what I had in mind, sort of. I need to get a lot of that off of there though, it's too much. And then maybe bring it back that way. Alright. Let's bring it back this way just a little bit.
Lower down.
I'm trying to decide whether to kind of blow the, kind of get the two edges to kind of mix. I think I might do that. Okay. There we go. That's a little better. It's more of what I had in mind. Now I need to decide whether I want to blow it out. I kind of do. I'm a little afraid to, because I kind of like the way it is now, but let's work on some. That purple and pink just don't want to create much cells. I love this right there. Yeah, let's blow it. Blow the pink and the purple. I mean the purple and pink and the green together. Yeah, that's pretty. I think I need to sort of turn it upside down. I don't want to get rid of those. Those are too pretty. Now let's turn back the other way. How did I get paint in my mouth? Ugh. Oh, I turned it upside down. I just put my mouth on that end. That was good. Ooh, that paint tastes really bad. It tastes bad. Uh-oh, my glitter is there we go. Yeah, I'm liking that. Let's see if we can blow the black into the pink and purple. No, I'll have to do that other way. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's just put some glitter in there real quick. Since we kind of lost it on that edge there for some reason. I don't want to like overkill, but I want it to really stand out once we pour the resin over it. So we just sort of do it in some a little heavier in a couple areas so it'll really catch the light. There we go. Trying to just make sure I've got some of the edges. Okay. Oh, I got a black strip right there. Luckily, it's really easily fixable. There we go. See, you can't even tell. Alright, that I'm going to leave. We're going to let that dry and then come back. Actually, that's pretty cool like it is. I don't even know if I'm going to come back and do trees on this one. I might do trees on the other one and just leave this one as is and pour resin over it. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do some more torching. Make sure we've got everything kind of sealed up the way we want. I love these circles. I don't know why they're fun to paint on, but they are. And luckily they cost $1, so it's a pretty cheap canvas. I wish this had happened over here, but it didn't. Can't have everything, right? Alright, there we go. Okay, I'm going to leave you right here. And we will be back for the next step once these are dry and I figure out if I want to do trees on both of them or just on the other one to kind of see how it does. Might just leave that one and I don't know. We'll see. Alright, we'll be back. Okay, so we're back. Both pieces are dry. Give you sort of a close-up of them. So you can see they're dry. This one dried really flat, which is good. But like the silicone that came out of this green kind of dented the black right here, which is really strange. I had no silicone in the black, but just from that little bit that came out, kind of dented the black. You can kind of see. But I think what I'm going to do with this one is just put like maybe some, like a landscape sort of, you know, some just black trees, I guess, probably. And then with this one, it dried. You see how nice and dark the colors came out. They were really bright when they were wet, partly because I had a lot of floetrol in them, so it looked like it kind of made them paler than they were. So now that they've dried, the pink is much darker, which is much better. And you can kind of see how that holographic glitter picks up the light. So I think that's going to look really pretty with the resin. And you can see how that kind of really blended, kind of really cool together. So I haven't really decided yet. I think I'm going to do the Silverleaf on this one, though, just to sort of go along with the holographic glitter. Alright, so we will be back when I have painted the trees on. I'll show you what that looks like before I pour the resin. Now, as you can see, this kind of, you can kind of see where the black was a little thicker. I think it just got thicker while I was sitting here, and it didn't dry real flat, but I think the resin will cover that up where you really won't be able to tell. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, so we're back. I have painted some trees. This one is the Silver Liquid Leaf, and as you can see, the colors dried nice and dark. I think I pointed that out already, but in this one, I was gonna, paint trees going up like this, and then maybe some more over here. But somehow I had it turned in my hand, and I started painting a couple. Then I realized that it was so totally crooked, but then I realized I kind of liked just a couple trees over here and then leaving the natural, I don't know if you can really see that or not, the natural, let's see if I can give you a close-up. We can kind of see right there where it's the natural, where the green sort of washed into the black right there. I kind of like that, so that's where we're going to leave it. So we're going to get one of them out of the way. We'll do this one first. Doesn't really matter. I've got my resin mixed up. I'm gonna try and do 4 pieces. These 2 and then 2 6-inch tiles. Hopefully we'll have enough for all of that. I hope. I really don't want to waste a bunch of resin all over my table, so I'm going to try and take this kind of easy. You see how the black is popping back out, thank goodness. And the colors, look how bright. I'm really trying for just sort of a thin layer of resin because I'm probably going to have to do a second layer. I didn't do much for cleaning these because, you know, the craft paint kind of, you wipe it with something wet and it kind of comes up a little bit, just a little bit, not much. So I didn't really do a whole lot as far as cleaning this off. I did take just a little alcohol swipe and go across it. Just to, I haven't poured resin over this particular silicone yet, so I might end up with a lot of little lumpies in this. So then I'll probably have to, I'd have to do a second layer of resin. That's why I'm trying to sort of do this kind of thin. I don't really want it, it'll level out by itself. And now I just have to kind of get the edges here. Whoa. So, how was everybody's day? Not a whole lot to talk about when you're pouring resin. I am planning on doing a sink strainer pour at some point. I've seen several people, you know, do the sink strainer thing. I thought, well, I gotta jump on the bandwagon. So, probably in the next week or 2, I'll do a sink strainer pour. That should be interesting. I'm not real in love with the sink strainer pours that I've seen. There have been a couple that I really liked. I wish I could, you know, blurt out the names right now, but they're just not coming to me. But if you haven't already checked out Christina Welch's channel, you need to go check her out. She does all sorts of things, and she's just awesome. She's just lovely to listen to. You know, if you're having a bad day, just go turn her on. Even if you don't want to watch, just turn it on in the background, because her voice is so soothing and calming. It'll make your day. It'll just, and she does lots of cool stuff. She does everything. She does some resin over her paintings, but she does, you know, lately she's done several flip and drags, and she's done a sink strainer, and she does the, where she makes the flowers that are really, really beautiful. So go check her out. Okay, we're just sort of scraping along the edges here, making sure we got everything. I really don't want to run my fingers along it, but I will if I have to. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to, because it's not quite going down over the sides. Alright, let's see. I really don't want too much on there because I really don't want it to drip all over the place. I'm really bad about the drips and having to deal with those. I really don't want to deal with those. So if you don't pour too much resin on here, a lot's not going to drip off, and then you won't have to deal with it later. And I hope my resin is going to stick around for long enough, because I'm really not I'm spending too much time on this one, but I want this one to, you know, work out. Now, I haven't seen any dips in it yet from the silicone. And I really don't think that that little one alcohol swipe took all that silicone off, but you never know. But I can kind of see right there, there's a little edge. Little edge that kind of popped up. I don't know if I just didn't get it the first time, or now it's, you know, the silicone is resisting it. Hope y'all are seeing all this in focus. I'm moving around a lot, I'm sorry. Alright, I think I should have all the edges. I like the, it's really pretty and dark. The colors are really shining through, which is cool. I'm trying to see if I've covered up my signature with resin on the back. Okay, let's take my torch here. I really do not want to get resin on it, so I think I don't know what to pick it up with. Okay, time to take the glove off. Because I made the terrible mistake of getting resin on my first torch, and yeah, it wasn't funny. It had these air holes right here on the side, and I tipped it over right into it, and it glued the air holes shut. So, okay, we're gonna leave that. I'm gonna set it aside. We're going to do the second one. Okay, I'm going to put a second pair of gloves on real quick here, because I really don't want to contaminate my torch or anything else. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, there we go. Let's do this one real quick. My resin is still, ooh, it's getting really hot in the cup, so I need to hurry this up. See how the black really just, I was gonna put glitter in here, but you know, just sort of make it pop. But I thought, well, just leave it plain this time. But the black looks so much better when you get that shiny coat on it. Thank goodness. Move my torch out of the way so I don't tip it over and knock into my painting here. I don't, the first one is, I don't see any dips in the resin, which is, I really expected there to be, because like I said, I used the 100% silicone in this paint, dirty pour, flip cup, whatever you want to call it. So I was really expecting the resin to, see, this is just a simple little pour. I really expected the resin to kind of make that big giant dip in it. But no dip so far, so hopefully it'll stay that way. The colors are so, oh, I love resin. The colors are so pretty and bright. And the finish is just like glass. It's so, if you don't work in resin yet, you gotta try it at least once. It is, yes, it is a big sticky mess. It can be. You have to really work with it for a little while to really learn what you need to do to keep yourself from getting it, turning it into a big sticky mess. Always double glove. That is a huge help. And I know some people don't like to do this, and people have scolded me for it. But what works for me is when I'm mixing the resin, I mix it sort of holding the bottom of the cup in some hot water, some not hot, just like toasty warm, and it keeps the resin a little more fluid, and it makes it easier to work with. Yes, it probably sets a little faster that way, and that's probably why I'm getting scolded. And if you get the water into your resin, it will ruin your resin, and your resin will never set. So you have to be super careful doing that. But it really works well for me to do that. So at least with this resin, this is the Envirotech resin, and I use it because it works pretty well. It works really well, and it's not as expensive as the other art resins. I wish I could really afford those other art resins, but I just can't. So one day, though, one day we'll all, be able to afford the beautiful, expensive stuff. I'm not seeing any dips in my resin. I'm trying to just get everything coated, make sure that it's not, because sometimes when it comes to the edge, it'll sort of decide it doesn't want to go over that edge. So you have to coax it. And there's another lip under here. That's why I'm trying to kind of smooth it out under there, try and get that lip. I hope this is not all out of focus. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry if it is. Ooh, that resin is getting so hot. I've got to hurry up and put it over my other two little... Okay. That should be good. I'm going to take this glove off because I don't want to touch my... Somebody did suggest to me to wrap my torch in saran wrap, and if I had thought about it this time, I would have done it for sure. Because that's a really great idea. So whoever gave me that idea, great idea. I'm sorry I haven't used it yet, but if I remember, next time I definitely will. And I'm going to get a toothpick because I don't know if that's an air bubble or something different. Whoa. You don't know what that is right there, but it's resisting my, probably, I don't know what it is. Probably a piece of dust that won't come, dust or something. I did remember to turn my ceiling fan off this time, so y'all give me a big round of applause because I never remember to turn my ceiling fan off. I'm just seeing all these air bubbles popping, so I'm just trying to get to them. That is really bothering me right there. There's something in it. I don't know what it is, but I can never ever get stuff out of my resin. I just don't know what it is. Okay, it's just gonna have to stay. I'm torching the other one real quick because I'm sure air bubbles have come up. And I'm just kind of looking on my other one to see if there are any dents up, and I see one. I'm gonna have to fix that. It's probably where the silicone is resisting. And it's weird. I keep getting air bubbles that are popping up right there. I'm not really sure why. Look, there they go. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but there must be like... Look, they keep popping up right there. That's really weird. I'm not sure. Okay. Right there. I keep getting air bubbles. I'm not sure why. There must be like I can't imagine that there's like the wood exposed right there because I gessoed them and I painted them and then we poured over it. Okay. It's not even funny, whatever's happening there, but okay, so I'm gonna get some more gloves here. Oops. And there goes a little cup that had some resin in it onto the floor. Okay. We already have paint all over the floor. Why not some resin as well? Let's put another glove on. And we're going to torch this again because the air bubbles will not go away on that spot right there. So I'm going to move it. Just going to move it out of the way. We'll bring the other one back real quick and see if we can't fix that spot. Let's see, where is it? Right here. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but it's right where the resin. Oh man, this resin is hot and it's getting sticky. I have got to fix that. Oh, that is really hot. Holy cow. It is super, super, super setting. So if I'm going to pour it on these other two, I need to do that like right now. All right. Let's turn this where you can see it again. Ooh, and it's stretching. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is totally setting. Oh no. Okay, well, I probably will not be using this resin to pour on the other ones. I don't know. Maybe if we can. Wow, that is really gooey. That's another thing about this Envirotex. It sets really fast. You can see these lines, string of. Let's see if we can get it to kind of melt a little bit. Come on, baby. Melt a little bit and flatten out a little bit. Okay, that's a little better. You can still kind of see just a hint of the lump. Okay, and if I keep doing that, what's going to happen is it's going to seize up and it's going to be really super lumpy. So I'm going to leave it right there. All right, so let me turn it where you can see it. I'm going to not use the rest of that resin, I'm sure. So we're just going to scrape off the bottom of this, get rid of the little mess I've made. Okay. I'm going to keep checking that other one for the air bubble. And we'll bring you down so you can kind of see a close-up of it. Alright, here we are. I'm sorry for the reflection of my big light, but it's kind of the only way you can see it close up. No drips at the moment, that's good. And you can kind of see it's pretty flat, except for that one. I can't really show it to you, it's not really coming up. But that one spot, sort of right here, for some reason that glitter in there is keeping it from focusing real well. So there we go. Alright, so I'll show you the other one. Alright, there it is. There is resin that unfortunately I cannot use anymore. But it's looking pretty pretty. So there and there. Ooh, there it is. There's your pretty for today. I hope wherever you are on the planet, you have an awesome afternoon, day, evening, or night. I know this was a long video. Thanks for sticking around and watching all of it, or at least fast forwarding to the end and seeing the, the finished pieces. Yeah, I'll show you the finished pieces either at the end of this video or in the beginning of another video after they're all cured. All right, thank you to all my subscribers, all my viewers. Yeah, see you later. Bye.